Hi everyone, welcome back to Mixed Media Soul Sparks. This is Sandra Duran Wilson, and it's been a while since I've been here making some new ones for you this year. So I'd like to jump right in and talk about fabrics used in your mixed media art. I'm going to be using Fusible Web, which is called, here in this country, it's called Wonder Under. I think they have different names for it in Europe, but it's basically a material that is used as an iron-on. You can use it to fuse things together in your sewing and quilting, things like that. I don't know, I don't do those things, but I like to use it in painting. So this is what I'm going to show you. Anyway, I have cut a piece off already, and let me just give you a quick idea. This is one I'd already done. And let me move this out of the way. Here's a piece that I've cut. And it's eventually going to go onto this panel. So what I want to do is just get my plate over here so I can catch this paint. The trick to doing this is you want to have your paint be really wet. You don't want to use a heavy body paint to do this, otherwise it's not going to move on the fabric. So I'm using golden transparent red iron oxide, fluid cobalt teal, and some white. And I'll just put some out on my palette. And I have a container of water and a spray bottle of water, which I have to go get. So, you know, it's been a while. Got to remember all these things. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you are painting actually on the fabric side, not on the paper side. You'll see this looks like a parchment paper or something, and here's the fabric. So I want to paint on the fabric side. I'm just spraying a little water on there to get started, a little water on my brush. Move this plate out of the way. And you're going to see the paper is going to start to buckle, which is a nice thing because it's going to create texture within our fabric. I'm going to add a little white in here, get some nice greens, some browns. And I can add some more water to this as well, so I can cover the whole area. This is where the plate comes in handy. So I want water, not alcohol. Just going to mist a little more water on here. And then here's the magic of watching paint dry. I'm going to set this aside for a few minutes while it starts to do its magic, and I'll show you some results of what we hope to see. You don't have to cover every little bit, but put a little extra water. And this is what you want to start to see, is this kind of wrinkling. However, I'm adding a little extra paint because this fabric is very porous, so a lot of that color is going to end up on the backing paper. So it's one of those, you know me, I call it these Goldilocks techniques, that it's not too little, not too much. It's got to be just right. So the fun part about this is you'll end up doing a lot of these, and you'll begin to get a feeling for it. So let me just set this aside. Now, this is kind of what it's going to end up looking like. I've added some glitter paint, which I'll show you. It's very cool. And while this wrinkles up, you're going to see that it's going to want to wrinkle up like this. And just let it do its thing. And let me pull some other things in here. So this is one that I did earlier. And you can see that once you pull it off, the paper It's very transparent. You can see through it. And I'm going to put it on a backing so you'll see what it is. And here's the leftover paper. Now you can't really use it in collage because it's like a wax paper, so it's not going to adhere. However, you could take it and scan it and print it out and use it as a transfer. Always more ideas of what to do. Let me just show you how this looks. If I put it over this whole thing, you know, I already start to have a painting that's really coming together. This is copper leaf below here and just red paints and other paints. But I could just tear a part of it off. I don't have to use the whole part. And this is the fun part about it. You just get to play with it. Here's one I did where I just tore off a part here, and this is going to become the mountains. I can come back over here with some white paint. You'll see I can start to drag on top of this. This isn't the fabric, but here we've got the fabric down here. But I got leftover paint, so you know how it goes. You got to use it up. So let's take a look back at our other one right now. But isn't this fun? You get all kinds of possibilities. Tearing them up into pieces, cutting them into particular shapes. Here is another one I've done that just kind of lives around for a while until I say, oh, I need that color combination, and then I can go grab a piece of it. So this is something I want to show you. This is at a point to where you don't want to peel it off yet. It's still pretty wet. In fact, if I started to peel it off now, you could see that it just starts to lose a lot of the texture of how the paper is wrinkling. So I would let this, dry until it's almost completely dry, and then peel it off the paper. If you have areas of thick paint that you put on, you might tear it as you pull it off the paper. So just test it every once in a while. You can make several of these, and once they're dry, you can just store them and use them when you like. I wanted to show you these paints. They're almost like a glitter paint. I got these from TriArt. They're a Canadian company, but you can order directly from their website to get delivery in the States. And I love this copper one, and I just got this bronze one. The bronze one is what you see here, so it's actually adding some darks, and they're kind of tricky to get out of the bottle, so let me just show you how I do it. This is just a skewer that I just stick it in there, and then I'm going to just drag it over the surface. This paint is still pretty wet, so you may want to wait till the paint is a little drier. But that's pretty much it. And you can wait till the paint's completely dry and then add this afterward, or you can play with it like I am right now. Same with the copper. And I'll show you a picture of this when it's dry. I just want to let you know, if you like what you're seeing on these videos, I have bundles of other videos that you can get 4 videos, which are much more extensive, for only $20 on my website. Also, check out my shop where you can find a lot of the supplies that are available. And definitely go to my website and check out all the workshops. We're back to traveling. I've got some incredible adventures planned for you, and even some workshops in my studio in Santa Fe. So thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next Mixed Media Soul Sparks. Join the Creative Awakening community on Facebook, where you'll be able to post your art, connect with other creatives around the world, and ask questions. Use the hashtag Mixed Media Soul Sparks when posting your work on social media. Thanks for joining me.